Hello guys, so here I'll show you exactly how I was able to catch this trade on BTCUSD, that's Bitcoin. Yes, so we can see it's almost at our sell side liquidity, which is our target. We can see the entry, just beautiful, just perfect, exactly from this one. There is even nothing like drawdown. Like at that point where we entered, price began to shift to the opposite side from that point. So let's hop on to the trade. Let me show you exactly how I was able to catch this trade on Bitcoin. So first of all, I was looking at the higher time frame and I noticed, sorry, so this video is not going to be a long one, it's just going to be a short one. Yes, so looking at the higher time frame, the daily chart, I noticed something. Look at this range here, this range here. Then I noticed that there was this gigantic bullish candle that punched through it. Yes. Then I noticed here we have this candle. What's it called again? This candle. This means a lot. This actually means a lot. Where you see not every point in price that these kinds of candle form. So, and especially in on the daily time frame, you get. So whenever you see things like this, candles like this, especially on such time frames like the higher time frame, it tells a lot of story. Like it actually tells a lot of story, you get. So yeah, so for example now, so looking at this range here, then we saw that this buy side liquidity was taken out, this gigantic bullish candle to the upside. Now price formed a fair value gap. Now we might be looking at that fair value gap and saying, okay, should we be expecting some buys from that point? But notice a signature here. Look at this candle. This candle that just appears as if it's only a wick, like the candle does not have a body, you get. So that's indicating a strong, like something strong was going on at that point. So from this point here we saw that price shifted and broke down back into the range. Yeah, and broke down back into the range, coming down all the way. Look at this wick, even coming close to this sell side liquidity here. So I mean, like, this is the daily time frame, you get. So such movement like that, like, is telling us a lot of story. Yes. So saying that, and then we observed something else again. We notice that, yes, after that massive movement back into the range, so an inversion, yes. So now what this now did is that it now turned this our initial fair value gap into an IFG, which is an inversion fair value gap. So looking at that, so price began to reprice back to that inversion fair value gap and fair value gap. So at this point here we have an inversion fair value gap and we have a fair value gap. Now notice something. For each of the candles that filled or tapped into the fair value gap, notice that the bodies of that candle closed, always closed below this range. Remember, this was our initial buy side liquidity that was taken out in the first place. Notice, like, just notice the precision. Like, I mean, this is clean algorithmic price action in action. Like, notice the clean, like, can this be a coincidence? Like, can this be a coincidence that each of these candles, always the bodies of these candles closed below this buy side liquidity here? So that's after filling the fair value gap, filling the inversion fair value gap, the bodies of the candle closed below it. And most of the times when we see signatures like this, yeah, so it indicates that, okay, there's a move. The algorithm now is trying to move to the other side, and most of the time it targets the nearest liquidity, either buy side or sell side. You get, so that's what we saw at this point. And yes, so from this point now, so how with this price action here now, what do you think would have been our draw on liquidity? Looking at this sell side liquidity here and this sell side liquidity here. So on BTCUSD, we're not looking at sales like we were looking for sales. So this sell side liquidity already taken out, this one hoping to be taken out. Then our overall target is this one to be taken out. So now then coming down to a more lower time frame on the 4 hours. Sorry, on the 1 hour time frame, we notice something here. So this is that massive shift to the opposite side. Then we have a candle here. So we notice that we saw this gap here, this gap here, this fair value gap here, and then also this other block here. You get. So the moment, yes, so notice that initially price tapped into this fair value gap and started selling, then later on came back and used that point as a liquidity, taking out that liquidity and tapping into this other block. So on the 1 hour time frame, looking at this, yeah, we already knew that okay, so coming down to a 15-minute chart, so we have this liquidity already taken out. Yes, so look at this point here, this liquidity already taken out. Yes, already taken out. Then notice these price actions here, breakdown, then this other block stopped at that point and shifted to the downside. So the moment we saw that, we marked out this other block here, and then we took our entry from here. Like guys, can this be a coincidence? This is clean algorithmic price in action. Look at that point. Like not every time you get to see trades like this. Like the entry was so, like the precision is so accurate. Yeah. And please take note, not every time it happens like this. Sometimes it will first go into drawdown, yeah, then before going to your direction. But like man, guys, this is just clean. Like this is just clean. So immediately as we entered, price just began to turn to the opposite side from that point. So but but one thing that is very imperative is that I didn't just come to the 15-minute chart looking for a setup. I already done my analysis from the higher time frame. You get. So first of all, the daily time frame. So I already know that okay, I'm targeting these lows here, this sell side liquidity here. So already I know